Hello, it's Dale here. Today I'm going to talk about water-soluble paper, which you've been used for all sorts of things. Water-soluble paper is a heavy paper, which you can trace. You can put it through your printer, print on it, you can stamp on it, you can draw on it, you can use resists like nail varnish, etc. But you can stitch on it and then you dissolve it and it disappears. For me, it's not the best thing to use for machine stitching on water soluble fabrics, but I like it for all sorts of other things. And what I've used it for is making slips. So I've been not stitched on it for this one, but I have used different blocks to create little slips that you could use, and then I colour them and so on. But this one here, because it's on the wooden printing block, which has got the wood stain on it, and so let's see if it's dry enough. It takes just a wee while to dry, and there it comes out. And for these ones I've used some distressed stains to colour them, just to give a bit of that stuff. But you can paint them with Lumiere, anything really, and even though they say not watercolours, you can put things on because they won't dissolve away. It's still a bit damp in the middle where that one is, but that's another one that I did. So that's printing blocks, anything that's got a rise, like your shoe soles or whatever you've got. I've done these with lots of things over the past, and this is this little one here. And this flowers, you could then cut it back or shape it or bit and use it to stitch onto a surface, like putting a slip on. So I've got another one here I'll show you that I've put on. You'll notice there's bits and pieces. It's not just one piece, because that gives a bit of more texture and so on to what you're doing. So let's lift her off. And sometimes in the summer they dry quickly, but at the moment, even though it's spring today, I've left these overnight. It's just a little bit damp. And so you've got that lovely texture. And also you've got the layers, you can see them a little bit there before I may colour them. So how easy is that to use? So I'll show you a bit and just tear her off. Here's my paper. And all you need is a bit of water. And it just pulps its way in there. And you may not want all of something, you might only want part of it. You might, when you're stitching it. And they make great slips. So casting, all sorts of other things, of course, apart from using them this way. But this is the one I'm talking about today, so just need to put that down. And you could also have stitched that first with something different. So there, that's how easy it is to put on. And I'll just show you some that I've done. Usually I put it back, keep it in a bag. I actually don't leave these out in the open. So this is another one that I've done on a stencil, on a stamp. So these stamps are really great for this sort of thing, these rubber stamps, or anything that, any stamps that you've got. The wooden printing blocks work really well. Just any ones you create yourself. And then when I've put it onto some felt, and I've stitched it onto the base, so you can see some flower stitches stitched onto it. So it's very easy to stitch on when you've done that. This one here is a little a kiwi that I made with a stamp by stamping onto it, and then doing it on the stamp and then stitching it onto the surface. There's another one, he's lost his nose, but I'll just show you the sorts of things that you can do with it. So I tend to paint them, I just paint them with anything that I've got at the time. And this one here has been done with puff paint, and you can see I've stitched it first to link it all, and then I have stamped all over it, and I used a stamp to put it on all the way through, and then painted it after it dried, so it makes a nice long slip that you're working on. And again, I've just used a variety of, some of them are stamped, some of them are coloured and some of them are not. It's another one here. And they just make great little, like the Elizabethans, like little slips, which you can put down for a border. So where I've got one of my pictures here, oh, this is of Uncle Spence and Uncle Bob, I could border it down with something just on my images. So think about how you could use this, because it's really easy to stitch into and to apply. So that's just my little offerings for today, and I'll see you again another time. Bye.